Yeah, just looking at a couple of catalogues again, and I got a bit of a fondness for the torpedo wagons. Ladle cars, which are obviously used for transporting molten iron from the blast furnaces. That's been converted from the iron ore into these wagons, and then they move off into these wagons into the processing works. But I mean, for that I actually built and had the blast furnace, which is a Trix Walters kit, and it was huge. I built it, and I just abandoned the project because the building was that big when I built it, with the footprint for it and all the other lines of there was five lines of track that could go in and out and around it, and it's like I just didn't have the space. And plus it was dead tall. The structure of it was huge. I even had the lighting kit for it, all the little diodes and little glowing, flickering glows coming from the blast furnace and that. It would have been a brilliant kit. You know, projects ever carried on with it, but like I say, I abandoned it. And but I kept all the wagons. I kept most of the wagons. I had a lot of wagons for this. As you can see, there's the torpedo wagons, and the little shunter there that would have shunted a few in and out, or maybe not, something like that, maybe something bigger. And you can see all the interconnecting pipes. I weathered it, sprayed it all up, and it was, like I say, it was huge. Sorry about that alarm, I think someone's alarm's going off. Yeah, I even had, obviously I still got this on my layout, the Long Henry it's called, the ore train that takes the iron ore to the blast furnace. I was even going to have that as well connected to it, but again, that never happened. But I still kept this train. Still got one of these as well, the digital working torpedo wagon that rotates while it's moving, and with the glow on the top. If the cap's taken off, you get a glow, a digital sort of like LED inside, a glow. But I had that, which I still got. A fantastic wagon, totally unusual. As you can see, it rotates. And then there was the other set of wagons I had for it, with the slag iron, the waste, the iron that's not required, that's separated from the ore. And those wagons tip on the side. They won't be going down a main line or anything, they'll be going on an industrial siding and tipping stuff into it. Yeah, and I had, this is a rolling steel mill which would have connected, that building there would have connected to the blast furnace, but again I even got rid of that building because it is so big and it wasn't really, didn't really fit in, so I got rid of that. But you can see the wagons would have turned up at a certain area, the tipping point. And they would have tipped and dumped the load. Like that, that's obviously the real version of it, tipping the load. And I think we would have had, there was another type of wagon similar to that as well. And these were factory weathered as well. Let's have a look, see if there's something. Yeah, that's the other type of wagon, which is like a taller bucket, which was detachable as well. Yeah, and there's a wagon, well, a bucket being transported onto a wagon, onto a flat load, using the digital crane. That was just one of the things. I was messing around one day and just thought, oh, I'll make a video of it. That just goes into... then there was the steel wagons which would come out of the processing plant. That makes the iron, obviously the raw material, into ingots, which then get transported to the rolling mills, and these actually glowed up and then cooled down realistically. I mean, these wagons are just brilliant. They had little sensors, motion sensors built into the wagon with an onboard battery that knocks. It sort of obviously kicks in the LEDs, and then it's just the way they were done, really through the plastic, and it actually looked like hot metal. And that was another fascinating wagon as well, which obviously I still got these. I never got rid of them. But they were all part of the blast furnace steel roll milling area, which would have been a ridiculously huge complex. Yeah, so there's about probably 5 or 6 different liveries and numbered and different types of torpedo wagon. There's these slightly smaller ones, differently numbered, factory weathered. They're highly collectible. I mean, they're all collectible really. And then there's a digital version of it which spins. There's a couple of different versions of that as well. There's one without the digital functions, which I'm going to show now because I've just picked up another one, which I picked up a while back at Spinning Storage and not got it out. So yeah, so I've managed to pick up another one of these. This would be the 4th one I've got in my collection now, which I'll just use for just a train pulling empties to a service area or whatever. You never know, I might get a blast furnace again. But this is 23967. This is immaculate in the box. Box is like it's just come out of the factory. Really nice sheen on it. Now if you look hard enough, you can find these in Germany and even the UK where I got this from. This pops up. They pop up now and again, the various different ones. But I love the little leaflet you get inside. Got some nice pictures here. It's a nice leaflet. Got all the wagons in the range virtually. Well, not all of them, but ingot wagons, slag iron wagons, ore wagons, more ore wagons. This folds up. Concertinas into a little booklet like that. Very nice. So yeah, the wagon, get it out of the box. This one is second hand. These usually come with a plastic inner piece here which slots and makes them more compact for packing. Excuse me. This has been weathered by someone, because originally this would have been bright silver. It's been spray weathered. It's actually very good the way it's been done. Yeah, so we've got wagon number stickers and some more add-on details. So to get these out, obviously you take it out, and behind there should be two places to put your fingers, and then we manoeuvre it out. You've got to be really careful with these wagons because they're extremely delicate. Oops, a wheel that's fell off. Put it down carefully. This has got some damage on it, some slight damage. Let's have a look. We've got the wheel guard. That's broken off there. And there's a wheel guard on the other side missing. They're quite delicate items then. Probably can order them from Marklin. And then we've got a side panel which would have been a wagon information panel. And then also on these wagons you have handrails. Very, very fine handrails, but there's one missing at this end of a brake handle, which I knew about. It's quite common for them to come off if you don't handle them well. And there's one on that end, that's fine. And then there's a handrail missing here. It's no problem though. Still worth what I paid for it. Yeah, so I'm going to have a closer look at why that wheel's come off. Let's tip it on its side. Yeah, it's no problem, I just push the wheel back in. Some of them are floating axles, there's one. In fact, pretty much all floating axles. Let's have a quick look. Yeah. They're just held in on the middle of each one. They're all floating axles. They're all of them are. But don't know, it seems a bit quite loose. See what it's like when I put it on the tracks. Should be fine. Right, so there we go. I've stuck on as much detail back as possible. It's really difficult. There's a lot of handrails on this model. I'm going to have to re-weather where the glue's dripped around the bottom of the handrails and certain areas. I've glued one of the wheel protectors on. It's missing a wheel protector here, so I might be able to order some of them from Marklin Trick site. I'll have to have a look. No, I'm missing a sign that connects information wagon sign on one side there, handrail here, wheel protector, and the end handrail and handbrake at that end. So, might be able to get them on the Marklin site, so I'm not sure yet, I'll have to have a look. But other than that, it's worth the money. It now completes my 4th wagon. Obviously, makes sense to use the wheel alignment ramp, which is there, so line that up because there's a lot of wheels. It's 32 sets. 32 wheels, 16 axles I think. And that's it. That's wired up to the existing other wagons. Nicely. So that is probably a 2 kilogram. I reckon it's about 2 kilograms in weight, probably more. That train there now. See what engine can pull it. I'm hoping this engine coming round here, which a DCC fitted out this year, which I had loads of problems with. I've got it up and running in the end, but 42.90 reheater engine. I'm hoping that might do it. I'm not expecting this to pull. But it is, it's pulling. Can't believe it. I mean, that is one heavy train. It seems to be pulling it. See what happens when it comes to a curve. Now it's wheel spinning. Not going to be able to do it. It's well wheel spinning, so it's a no-go. You just burn out the traction tyres if you overload the loco. Normally these wagons would be pulled in series of 2, I think, 2 no more, but I'm treating these as empties, going to the service depot or being transferred to another depot, which is pretty unrealistic, but there you go. Right, just fitted out the Swiss heavy duty loco. Just put some Fleischmann couplings on it and this should pull it. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Don't know whether the couplings will take it. Not sure whether the couplings will hold out because there's about 2 got Yeah, I'd say it's about 2 kilograms, if not more, of Wagon there. Wagons rather. So that's got drive in both sides of that. If there's one loco that can